Decided to do a little update on my modified King Kooker. Um, I didn't give much details on the last one. So the bottom one I left as the 105,000 BTU. I built a middle shelf for my cooler mash tun, and there you can see the electronic igniter. It's just an open shelf. And what I did to raise it a little bit, I took a piece of angle iron, welded it up, and to make that second one a little bit higher, and then along with the kettles going on top, put angle iron on top so the kettle sits a little bit higher. I did have an issue where I had to close off the front area because my cooler still sits a little bit higher than the corner there, so I was worried about it melting my mash tun. So I did that, and then I was also a little paranoid about the backfire coming down onto the propane tank. So I cut out another piece of tin and just screwed it right on to the burner, so that way I don't have to worry about any of that. That handle there was originally the two hooks were straight down. That's what held the propane tank in place. But being that I welded this onto the second shelf, I had no reason for that. Welding this up onto the second shelf, it put everything right within arm's reach of lighting it. And if you want to put electronic igniters on it, my biggest suggestion, pop rivet the heat shield that's down there, because when it comes factory it only comes bolting onto the very outside edges there, so it's a little flimsy and it moves a lot. Then you can't have the gap right for your electronic ignition, so I pop rivet that, so now it's at a steady area. When it comes to the top, that one's pretty easy. That one's never going to move. And also what I had to do is I moved the jet. I just took it and tweaked it just a little bit so that the propane aims to the side of the tube that comes up. So now it's 100% dependable. Turn on the gas, you can hear it, click, it's right on every time. And this thing is pretty crazy. That's about full blast. And you can turn it down quite a bit to get your controlled boil. You don't have to worry too much. And same with the top. Right within reach again. Click. Whoops. I did the bottom. My bad. There you go. There you go. And now with that front being closed off, I don't have to worry when I put the kettle on. There's no heat that's going to come out the front or the side to melt my mash tun. And even at 60,000 BTU, this thing's pretty impressive. It heats up your strike water and sparge water just fine. It works quite well. And then my beer holder, all it is for a marine boat, whatever, to hold my beer. So there you go. Any other questions? Feel free to post. Oh yeah, I also made sure to put legs on the back of it, just because now the way it sits, I was worried about the counterweight of all the water and everything else tipping it. So I added some legs onto the back as well. You got to make sure to, when you put your propane tank up, it's not strong enough just to weld it to the base, so you have to put that little cross member down there as well. And then same with the shelf, the top, putting up the top shelf, you need to put a cross member up there so it doesn't flex on you and turn good things into bad. Other than that, she's all finished. I really like it. The electronic igniter I got from Walmart, it was $19. So that's no problem. It's just the fact of grounding it and putting it in. Grounding it, I just took it to one of the existing, it's hard to see back there, but yeah, one of the existing holes, and put it right there, and she's done. So that was the update on my King Kooker Modified.